Recording in progress. Okay. So again, welcome to the monthly meeting of the UN Smart Maps Group or Smart Maps Meetup Monthly. So we like to start, and we have a special presenter, Pongsakorn, to introduce decision support system for disaster management. And
Yes.
before that, I would like to confirm that everyone has introduced themselves. I think, yes, everyone is, I think, have you introduced. And is there any update before we start the presentation by Pongsakorn? Then maybe, yes, yeah, I would like to ask Pongsakorn to introduce your great work using full of vector tile services. And could you, maybe you want to share the screen, right?
Okay, okay, I think you can share.
Yeah, it's working, great. So then, yeah, Pongsakorn, please, yeah, floor is yours.
Okay, okay, I'm Pongsakorn. I'm Pongsakorn from Thailand, from thank you, Sensei. Okay, we made the company in Thailand and IBIS Company Limited. Okay, in work in geospatial project in the Thailand. Okay, in this room, Mr. Prasong is the CEO of IBIS to help us. Okay, around the 50 years ago, we made the IBIS made the geospatial solution in the Thailand, and in the experience of the develop, we made the some products of the called the wireless map. Okay, in the geospatial solution to support the OGC API, to support the vector ties, to support the OGC process, and anything in the OGC API series. Okay, and now the last year we made some projects for the geospatial agency in Thailand. Okay, in the GISDA launched the decision support system for the disaster management to the support the three disaster: flooding, fire in the forest fire, and the drought. Okay, GISDA called IBIS to make the projects in the last year to the consolidate data from the satellite, from the ground station, from the sensor, to the presentation to the people in the country. Okay. Okay. Now we use the technical in the vector type, all the vector type, all the vector types, base map from the OpenStreetMap, the layer from the GISDA, and in the vector format. In the vector format, we use the process to make the tie. Okay, this to the some part of the disaster in the flood out. Okay, now in the not flooding in Thailand. Okay, we see the fire. Okay, fire in the 30 days. business intelligence. Okay, in the drought index, we use the DRI drought index. In the 30 days, we use the some part of the MODIS satellite data to the process and get the data from the pixel size in the pixels to the H3 hexagon and make the H3 hexagon to vector tiles to visualization. Okay, I can walk through to the layers. This from the MODIS data and some the hexagon from the H3 and some aggregation data from the MODIS satellite. Okay, it is powerful of the vector type to can high speed to the presentation, more technical to presentation, and some data from the engage data from the attribute very fast. Okay, and some business intelligence from the API. Okay, we use some data from the GISDA, like the recurring fund. Recurring fund is this layer. GISDA can acquisition in the last 10 years of the flooding situation in Thailand. Okay, each year to the one single layer. The static file, geospatial static file is allow 10 gigabyte in the 5 I think file is a geo database, ESI geo database. Okay, we can import to the system and generate 2 vector types. Okay, like this to make the color, to make the some part very fast, and the data and on attribute is very fast to presentation. Okay, we use the vector type a lot in Thailand. We use the vector type a lot in Thailand to make the solution. Okay, now in this year we got some project to make the data service, the data services from the Metropolitan Electricity Authority. Okay, like okay, who can sell the data? Is a pole on the roadside, in the meter, some the meter in the electrical meter, and the road and the and buildings. Okay, he want to sell the data. Okay, data sell that. That's a 2 types of data, 2 kind of data. Okay, in the data service is we comply the OGC API, OGC feature API, and the map service. In the we provide the vector type and WMS and legacy map service. Okay, this map from the from the MEA. Okay, you can see some part of the string of electricity, some meter in the very large of the very large area, and very and a lot of data. I think number of meter we we hold in the system, I allow 5 million point of meter and data point of the on the data store. I think that allow 100 million feature. Okay, yes. Very fast, very fastest in the vector time. Okay, you can use the some data and register to use some data. I think can. Okay, it's vector and vector ties. Okay, vector tie and in the tie JSON, provide the tie JSON. Okay, anyway, we use some product. We use some product in the in IBIS made product for the the whole things. Okay, called the wireless map. Called the wireless map in the in-house of product. Okay, I can walk through the some products. Okay. Okay, can do the API key, can do the keep data in the data store, in the feature APIs. And can make the tie. Okay, this is a feature. This is feature of data. Okay, and can export to vector tie, and can to export the vector tie in vector tie. Okay. This data this data from the GISDA like a small basin in Thailand, in the whole Thailand, small basin in the some the basin in the village, some the basin in the city. Okay, to management the to make the water management in Thailand. Okay, we use some the vector type to the store data and presentation. Okay, I think vector type technology in Thailand is very late in the technology in the global to the people to consider to the vector type technology and operator, GIS operator. We can learning the technology. Okay, and some people of the operation to the can make the but small scale but small size in the Thailand, people in the Thailand. Okay, I think we can make the some community in the like the Force 4G. Okay, like the Force 4G in the state of the map in the Thailand in the end of this year. In the end of this year, allow the October and November to considering this technology. Okay, Sensei, I think enough for the information. And Mr. Pasong to the introduce, please please help me to introduce in the event to the consider to the some technology in Thailand like the Force 4G and states of the map in Thailand. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, and please, yes, continue. Introduction to the event. Possible.
Yeah. Good afternoon, all, and good afternoon, Sensei. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again.
All guys, but mostly I see you from email. Like Miss Yusuke, I see you mail a lot. on the mailing loop.
Mhm.
Okay. I love your activities. It's very active.
Mhm.
Sensei, this is our 440 Thailand is coming again at
Mhm.
end of this year.
Yeah.
So very close to the 440 Asia. But in Thailand, we held in we set up in the Bangkok
Mhm.
2 weeks earlier before the 440 Asia on November of Thailand.
Mhm.
November of this year. Very luckily at that moment in Bangkok we have how to say, like a Roi Krathong festival.
Mhm.
Roi Krathong festival. I would like you to join us again in person at Bangkok and in the Korea after that.
Yes.
In this year we joined together with the State of the Map events, the OSM communities to
Mhm.
make the co-events during on about 16 to 18 November. I would like you to be our speaker again or in person if it's possible. So in terms of our perspective about the State of the Map and 440, I think
Mhm.
the State of the Map is talk about the data, right? The 440
Yes.
talk about the open source software. But what the sensei doing is very important because you integrating together into one piece of the UNVT. That's an example. In fact, I think that what we do on this group probably is like a good practice and good example to introduce the wireless or broad use the vector tie in terms of the small device in some area. I think I would like to see you in person in Bangkok end of this year. Thank you, Sensei. Thank you, everyone. Hope to see you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for great introductions, technology part and also the event parts. Yes, I now realize that we have the post-4G and SOTM in October in Bangkok. I think I have already known, but is it in October?
Yeah, I think it's November.
November, it's in November, yes. And in Kosovo, we have also discussed with my friends from Korea, and they are really active in having the post-4G Asia in the end of November. And I think so. Maybe as you have already said, we can go join the event in Bangkok and then Seoul. So we have a lot of events we can we can join forces. Yeah, great.
Sure. At least I met my sensei at the Korea for sure.
Yes, yes, I hope, yes, and I would like to talk with my colleague, my boss in this organization, and I would like to make it. Yes, let's meet face to face. Yes, thank you so much. So thank you, and yes, let's go to the interaction time, and yes, I would like to move back to the great presentation, technology presentation by Pongsakorn-san. And yes, I am always, sorry, always, I mean, always, sorry, always, I mean always really impressed with the product of iPics, especially because your service design is great. Also, the visual design is great. And I'm really impressed with the use of cool visualization, including the use of hexagons, H3 hexagons. Really great application by combining the vector tile technology and the recursive H3 specifications. So I'm really impressed. But before I move on to my question, I would like to open the floors. So if you have any questions or comments from the presentation by IBIT's company, please raise your hand or just ask questions. Yes, maybe I'd like to ask Yuseki to ask the questions.
Thank you. Thank you for very cool demonstration. I have one question. What what library do you use on the front end of that service?
You talk
For
about
example, Leaflet or Mapbox or
Oh,
something else.
in the front end, we use the MapLibra.
I
We use
see.
Yes, we use the MapLibra, but and the Thai generate, I use the Tippecanoe.
Ah,
I use the Tippecanoe, and in the set of the the senses. Yes,
I see. Thank you.
yes.
Thank you. Yes. So you are using MapLibre, not Mapbox GLJS, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
We're also using MapLibre recently. Okay. So maybe I can ask questions from Albert. Do you have any further comment? Questions?
Oh yeah, just a
Please.
follow-up question to Yuseki's question. For the front end, like you said, Hinori-san, the front end looks really service design. Good job with that. You said it was built in-house, but what technology, if any, is there any open source, or could it be used in like other like applications outside when with the front end that you've created? This is in particular to the Valeris, I think, the Valeris application.
Yeah. Can I answer, Alfie? Yeah. Actually, that's a good question. Probably I can show you from the stack by stack, from the below level to the top levels. So in the term of data store, in terms of database, we use MongoDB as a NoSQL to store the geometries in the JSON format. So after we have the data store, we use the Golang to build the APIs. That was the really crucial part to build the OGCA standard on that layers. So we use Golang to develop the API following the OGC standard, even like features, or even like a coverage, or even like a EDR, or even like sensor thing as well. So for the sensor things, okay, for the list, we also have one part to supporting the sensor data, following by even the storage, the data store and data providing in the term of sensor thing APIs. All that thing we build on the API layers. We use Golang. On top of the Golang, we have like many API, right, to communicate with the data store. Right? On top of that, probably we have like a data processing. Data processing, like call the data, the raster data, to combine it together with the two layers. Something is like a geoprocessing. Something we use the Python to operating the data processing. Okay, for the Python, we encapsulate the Python with the OGC API processes. Yeah, with the I'm not sure, probably like a Python API, like a FARC or something. Yeah, to encapsulate the Python processing. So next level is the management level. Like we use the Next.js for the front end, the Node.js for the front end. Yeah, this is the stack of that one. So this is quite simple. Actually, a very crucial part is the how to make the data store in the JSON format in the Mongo file to build the vector types in the format for compatible to the Mapbox vector type. We use a Tippecanoe to produce the data from the JSONs to the Mapbox vector type. And after that, the MapLibra call everything to play around on the application. Actually, thank you, Sensei, to introduce the Tippecanoe to us on the 4G Asia Sri Lanka.
Yeah, Sri Lanka.
we adopt the typical node and we play around on the typical node a lot. So after that, we make it is a part of our value list. That's what our stack we're doing. Yeah, thank you for your questions.
Thank you so much. And maybe Albert, you have further comments.
So sorry. Now, follow-up question. So that's a pretty good stack, and it's great that we have this community, Hidenori-san, with like a lot of really brilliant people to hear about. You know, like last time you said you talked with the OpenStreetMap data and how we can get all that information outside. So I'm just wondering, is that stack detailed anywhere? Is that like as far like, because I'm curious into like, for example, when you use the MongoDB and all that, is that hosted on the cloud? Is that local? What are the decisions made there? Because I think for my own work, and I think for the work here, it would be interesting to hear how you approach that. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, most of everything we doing from the scratch. We build our own MongoDBs. We build everything on our infrastructure. We not touch any cloud services. This is easy to answer that your question why we don't use the cloud services, because the cost of investment is not good for the startup. We have to do it by ourselves. Some code we do from scratch. Everything is one more thing, sir. What I said, the microservice infrastructure, microservices architecture designs. So everything is just modular. So we can speed up Mongo from our server or move to the cloud. It's more easy if we design as a microservice architectures. Actually, one more thing. What is this? It's not a cross-platform. We are open platform. We willing to share, and we would like to share our stack, our experience, what we deal with the OSM data and geospatial data, vector and raster, make a vector ties and make a OGC standard and make services. That stack is an open technology we would like to share. Every university in Thailand, actually we shared already. So if we have another chance in the in the 4G's events, we would like to share what we doing, what we think about this stack. Probably not the best, but we start from the simple ones, step by step. That's what we're doing.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, it's a really good encouragement for the openness. I'm really respect your idea about expanding the open API. Yeah, thank you. And yes, maybe I would like to move on. Kazuya, do you have some comments or question?
I'm not good at technological parts, but I'm just wondering how heavy is it to both to cloud or something? The data is how heavy and how to manage it. I just wondering it.
You talk about how we manage something like a big size of data.
Yeah.
To build like a typical node, to make a vector tie, something like this. In terms of the vector ties or in terms of the OGC API?
I just I'm curious. Both sides.
Okay, so I think the MongoDB is quite good for managing the large size of data. Good for better than the relational database for sure. By the way, the data store in the JSON format is easily to handling the large size of data. In terms of the OGC API, the OGC API is similar to the web feature service. When we call the OGC, is have a limitation for the one request. It returns maximum 10,000 features, no more than this. no more than this. Each request have to return only 10,000. If you would like to call another 10,001, you have to use like a paginations or next. Okay. In terms of the vector types, it's quite difficult because the data is a big size of big set, right? We handling that thing with the zoom level only. So let's say like a buildings in the Bangkok metropolitan area, we will build the vector type only the couple of zoom level, probably 14 to 16 only. Or the rest we don't do anything. That's what we're doing.
Great wisdom. I think. Great.
Yeah, actually, we're not sure we are on the right track or not. Probably you can give us the idea, this is the right text or not.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you for answering.
Thank you. So I do have some other question about OGC API because our kind of clients are not so much use, so they don't use OGC API frequently. So my question is, are customer using vector tile API and OGC API are different? And I think it's very great to support both API, but my question is, how heavy is it to support both API? Is there some secret way to support both API? So do you have any comment on these questions?
Yeah, as Pongsakorn says earlier, I think even the OGC API or vector type is a really early adoptions in Thailand. They don't see the difference. Don't see the difference. So I think they don't see the difference in terms of visualizations. So for the small size of data, we will use the OGC API features as a transfer the data to the front end. In terms of the large of data, we will use the vector types. So our customer in Thailand, they don't feel the difference.
Okay.
They don't feel anything yet.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And for your answering. And I was a little bit surprised that in Kosovo that even UNICEF, the United Nations Child something fund, is supporting vector tiles. So I think the use of vector tiles are expanding more and more. So yes, maybe we can move on to support new technology and also the technology clients are requiring. So yeah, again, thank you very much for both of two coming from IBITS for introducing your great work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sensei. And
please.
Actually, we are still like newcomers. I would like Sensei, you are still my inspiration and your idea. We are following your Facebook and see your progress. Very impressive, very impressive. As we will follow you and
no.
what you're doing all the times. Thank you for giving us the light at the tunnels.
Thank you so much. But I would like to say we would like to go forward together. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you,
okay.
Sensei.
Yeah, that's really point. Yes. So maybe it's good time to move on to the next agenda items for sharing some information for other members of the project. So Albert, would you like to share something, including your documentation meeting, please, Albert?
Sure. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me, I guess, replace the spotlight. I'll just do that. Hello. So thank you again very much for that presentation. I think I really was inspired to learn about how we can use that type of stack, like with Next.js and MongoDB. So just real quick, this is, oops. So I was also inspired by Sensei Hidenori-san to use HackMD. I think you also use this for your presentation. I don't know how to turn it into a presentation yet, but anyways, so very similar, good transition. But yeah, Matsuzawa-san, who isn't here in the call, I need to add the UN Smart Maps Gmail account calendar so I can start the automation, so we can create the markdown file automatically using GitHub Action. I'm asking one of my students to create a flyer for our, this is one of the students, she made this for my class, but she will use her graphic design skill to make a flyer for our future guests. If that is okay, does anyone have any issue? So I think really using free labor is important. But yeah, so I think it would be good to highlight people and get more people involved. So for social media, I think this would be helpful to give to other, like on Twitter and other places to share. I also was thinking in line of emphasizing the events. I was thinking of actually making the events into its own category, so it's easier to follow and to see just a calendar of things that are going on. And of course, we have some Thai people here, so it'd be great to have some other language translations to really get more people to use the documentation website to just know what we're all about in the Smart Maps group here. And then obviously, we do need some outreach, and then we do have a YouTube channel. I recently got access back to Adobe, so I can do some video editing if we need to. But if anyone else is interested in, editing these meetings or presenting, like maybe YouTube shorts or TikTok video, we can definitely use that support. So that's that. And then also I will. So I think someone was mentioning about trying to meet up. So I will be in Japan from basically August 11 to the 28th, but I will be in Tokyo around August 11 to 16. So ideally, if anyone wants to meet, I will be in Tokyo. Ideally, August for Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of that week. So I will also, I am Thai, so I will be going to Thailand at some point. So our colleagues in Thailand, I will also love to meet you as well. Also the events that Hidenori-san mentioned in Korea as well as Bangkok would be great too. Okay, those are my updates. I will share this in the chat. Any questions?
Any question? Yeah, thank you very much for your very concise concise presentation, but it's a lot of contents. So I would like to follow. Yes, let's meet in August. Yes, can discuss. So
Awesome.
any question? Yeah, any questions for Albert? Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and this is all running on open tools as well. So if anyone has any questions about that, we can talk to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
No questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Then let's move on before we run out of time. So I would like to maybe ask Yusuke, maybe you can come first because you have a lot of input, I think. Can you present?
I see. Okay. So I will share my screen. Please wait. Yes. Yeah. Can you see my screen? Okay.
No, I can see your screen. Yes.
Okay. This is my sharing point. I'm working about called Smart Maps Assistant. Smart Maps Assistant is an AI system that can visualize geospatial information through the conversation by using large language models. So presentation and demonstration of Smart Maps Assistant at Phosphor-G in Kosovo was successfully finished. So thank you. So I have so many input in Phosphor-G 2023, and I am currently working on 2 approaches for improvements to Smart Maps Assistant. the first point is supporting PostGIS. The goal is to add ability to generate PostGIS SQL queries based on natural language and visualize the execution result. Currently, Smart Map Assistant can only handle OpenStreetMap information, but if we can support PostGIS, it's enabled to analyze information that is not available in OpenStreetMap and that cannot be done with the Overpass API. So currently, I am still learning about PostGIS myself, but it's going well because GPT 3.5 is helping me to write SQL for geospatial information analysis. So I believe that large language model can generating correct PostGIS SQL query automatically. Then the second point is move to open source large language models. Smart Maps Assistant heavily depends on the OpenAI API as base large language models. This should be replaced with open source to remove dependency on proprietary software. I believe this is possible because the field of open source large language model is very active and growing. So currently, I was in process of investigating the license of the open source large language models. But in the meantime, a new open source large language model called Llama 2 has been released. Llama 2 is open source in term of license, so I will investigate Llama 2 in the future. Yes, it is my sharing point. Thank you.
Thank you, Yuiseki. Yes, I'm especially excited in Llama 2 because thanks to your guidance, we can run Llama in Raspberry Pi, even in Raspberry Pi. So if we can make use of Llama 2, not necessarily in Raspberry Pi, but it will be really useful, I hope. So yeah, thank you very much for your great input. And maybe Albert, you have any comments or questions?
Sorry, this is a recurring
Yes.
thing. I have a lot of questions or comments, but
Yeah,
for Yuseki-san, I'm sorry. Yuseki-san, I do a lot of PostgreSQL, PostGIS. So if you have any questions with implementing, I mean, I'm not as good as ChatGPT at all. So feel free to keep using. But if you have any spatial join or intersects and things like that, if you have questions, you can also ask me as well if you.
Thank you.
Yeah, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I see a question. I think a question from Pongsakorn. I think operation about geospatial query. I'm right. Is this a? I think it's a question, right? No, maybe. Pongsakorn,
Yeah.
do you have any comments? Sorry.
Actually, my question. Sorry, Sensei. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah. Wondering is this what we can train on the assistant. We can play around like some simple or something like a geospatial operation, like a unit B or around me or something. This is we can play around with that.
So now Yuiseki is demonstrating
So,
Trident.
so this is Smart Maps Assistant, but currently this system only handling OpenStreetMap information through Overpass API. Yes, but I want to go to more complex analyzing about geospatial information.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yeah. Can I play on this one?
Of course, that demo site is open to public. So if you use
Okay,
this URL, you can test
Thank
this.
Yeah,
to our event.
possibly this is internal error has happened, but
sometimes.
I will immediately fix this issue. So you
Great.
can try this Smart Maps assistant in this URL. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you very much.
Great. Any further questions or comments for Yusuke-san? Otherwise, maybe I can make use of the last 10 minutes to introduce my input. But yeah.
Okay,
that's great.
I have stopped sharing the screen.
Then, yeah, I will introduce my part. My part is this. I'm now sharing the screen. So, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So yeah, I'd like to share what we have done in FOSS4G. So as Yusuke has already introduced, Yusuke introduced Smart Maps Assistant as yes, you have already introduced. And for my part, I introduced Smart Maps Puzzle, that is an application of interplanetary file system. And my friend Shogo Hirasawa introduced some workshop of UNVT Portable. That is an application of UNVector Tile Toolkit on Raspberry Pi. So that is our output for Kosovo FOSS4G 2023. And from technology side, this is what we have introduced. The first one is generative AI. Yes, Yusuke introduced the demo site using OpenAI, right? But we are also moving on to using the open source implementation of generative AI. So the purpose of this technology is for large language model for human map interface. So that is a great element for our group. And the second one is distributed web. And our purpose is a kind of low-cost distributed data sharing. So we can share huge information, huge data, but not necessarily for the wide bandwidth, because the number of the client is not so many, but we can share that information without huge server infrastructure, because sometimes server infrastructure is a problem in some cases. And another one is the use of single board computer, which is Raspberry Pi. So these are three technology elements we would like to make use of in the coming maybe half a year, I see. So as Yusuke has already introduced the future challenges, we have several requests from the UN friends. And the first one is to work with custom data. By custom data, I mean some data developed inside the UN colleagues or some event-based data. So this kind of data we'd like to support with Smart Maps Assistant. So I think that is why we are working on the application of PostGIS. So there are some challenges and opportunities. Okay, the second one is to align with actual use cases. So our group is, I would say that it's a kind of skills-oriented. We have a lot of exciting technology. We'd like to make use of this technology, but it's great time for us to face the real needs or requirements of our clients. So we are trying to align with actual use cases in the coming maybe 3 months or so. And so that leads to the opportunity to propose a pilot project proposed by Kyung-soo with the chief of the UN Geospatial Information Section. So pilot project, that is the next thing we'd like to work. And for my side, I have some small project. So this is our server, really small server, but it can host the whole planet developed by Protomaps. So I mean, Mr. Brandon Liu, the data. So yeah, this is a location of the FOSS4G next year, I mean, it's Belém in Brazil, and I host all the OSM data in Raspberry Pi with this small hard disk. Yes, this hard disk under the Raspberry Pi hosts all the data from OpenStreetMap. So large data, but lower bandwidth. And yeah, let's move on to the pilot project proposal. This is still work in progress, but we would like to propose a project in the beginning of August. Our basic idea is we would like to propose something like a Smart Maps collaboration. That is basically a combination of Smart Maps Assistant and Smart Maps Bazaar, among others, I suppose. And this is a project to learn about and also align with actual use cases, because we haven't faced with the actual use cases. And in some additional thing is maybe we can work with more participants from other working areas, because one reason is because we are a purely volunteer-based project, so we'd like to have more and more participants to this pilot project. So it's still under development. So if you have any input, I would like to welcome any kind of input we can put to this proposal. Okay. And this is, I think, the last one from my side. So this is the upcoming schedule. Next week, we have UN OpenJS monthly meeting. We have some opportunity on behalf of Smart Maps Group to the UN OpenJS initiative. And the 9th of August, we have something called Smart Maps Meetup Quarterly. This is a meetup optimized for New York and Europe. And we would like to propose some pilot project, what we have introduced in this slide. And the 18th of August, we have next monthly meeting like this one, and maybe we can discuss the way forward next time. And yes, I missed the FOSS4G Thailand and SOT in Thailand, but after that events in Thailand, we have FOSS4G Asia. And yes, as I have heard there is some possibility to have UN OpenJS workshop in FOSS4G Asia in Seoul. So maybe we can make use of this opportunity. And yes, in December, we have some small workshop in Japan. And yes, we also would like to make use of these opportunities. So that is what I am facing. And yes, that's all from my side. Okay. And do you have any questions or comments or advices for my presentation? Okay, yeah, Albert, please. Yeah, Albert, thank you very much.
Just one thing in terms of trying to get more participants, I saw that the UN Open Maps group had a mapathon in Germany organized by students, I think like 2 weeks ago. And so I think a mapathon, or trying to work with mapathons to get more students involved would be ideal to drive up the participation. I think even like universities in Thailand would be good to think about to include, or even in Japan to try to build that, because with the state of the map, I think it's also would align closely with those events as well. Any thoughts?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I would say the familiarity with the mapping project or map data is our strength. Maybe, yes, yeah, our friends from IBIS company also have mentioned. So we like to use the OSM data. And of course, in my case, my organization data, but we are really familiar with that data and we respect data developing process. So yes, enhancing some familiarity with the mappers is a really good opportunity, I think. Yes, yeah, thank you. Okay, then maybe I can make use of the last 2 minutes for any comments or suggestion for the whole session today, and or something we would like to we need to discuss for the next meeting. Do you have again? Thank you so much, Albert. Yes, it's so great.
Well, for the next one, we should have the guest next. Any thoughts
Yes,
for the
yes.
guest speaker? So Japan or Thailand or any other. Yeah.
I still have no idea yet, and I hope that we have some idea in 9th of August or at a meeting. So that is what I have. But if you have some great ideas, I would like to take that ideas. And yes, actually, we have some kind of potential guest speakers I would like to ask, but maybe, yes, we'd like to keep this session a kind of really fit with the progress of the project. So yeah, but if you have any idea about the next guest speaker, yes, please share with me, maybe now or other way. But yeah, I'd like to say that it was a really great opportunity to have input, really great presentation from Pongsakorn, and yes, it was really a great opportunity to learn, yes, yeah, to have a really friendly feeling with Pongsakorn, because we are sharing many technology, and yes, so we extended some familiarity with each other. Yeah. Sorry, I talked too much. Do you have any other comments?
I was going to
Kazuya,
suggest. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, please.
No,
Yeah, please.
Kazuya.
Go ahead. Kazuya,
No.
yeah. Also, yeah. Kazuya, do you have any comments?
Any
or comments or questions or input, any kind?
about what? Sorry.
Yeah, anything. Yeah.
Anything?
Yeah, please.
I actually plan to go to the Tokyo to use Raspberry Pi's that Raspberry Pi June 3rd, but due to the heavy rain, I couldn't attend that. So
really?
I just want to use real vector tile to repeat.
Great.
I have to use use advanced. I just say it.
Yeah. Okay. And my question to Kazuya is: are you interested in talking in this meetup in the coming months?
Next month?
Yeah, or anytime.
Oh yeah. I think I can.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's about
great.
Kind of what or is suitable to talk about in this session.
Yeah, we can discuss. So I'm happy you are interested in talking in this meetup. So yeah, I can talk with you online, chat with you online.
Yeah.
I think I can. Yeah. So yes, we can discuss. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And Albert, do you have any maybe final comments?
Oh yeah, one last comment is in terms of the projects, the potential world application. I think maybe with all the climate change talk, that might be something worth discussing as a part. Like, because I think with all the temperature data would help to specify both spatial information as well as temporal. So I think both of that would be good, and it will be big data because it will be worldwide. So I think something like that might be a worthwhile endeavor. But that's just one idea.
Great. Yes. Yeah, from the government side, we have the UN GGIM meeting, in August, and of course we are discussing the climate issues from geospatial perspective. So yes, I agree. Climate issue is really important. Okay, so we are running out of time. So if you don't have any further comment, maybe it's time to close this session. Okay. Yeah, thank you again for joining this meetup, and see you next month. Goodbye.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.